Attitude is everything, because the way you act in accordance to what you believe and how you feel, and even just what you think about the world in general, it changes so much. It changes so much for you, and the things you see, the things you perceive. Because if you have a good attitude, a positive attitude, you see so many beautiful things in the world. But on the flip side, the other side of the coin, you take it as everything is just bad. Why does this always happen to me? Things never seem to go right. You're just constantly focusing on the things that aren't right. You know, it's really all starts with attitude and yourself. Everything, because it's like growing up, right? I had a very narrow view of the world, in the fact that I didn't know what was out there for me. I didn't know how to act for myself, who I wanted to be, how I wanted to do things, what I wanted to do, what made me happy, all these sorts of things that you have to ask yourself, you know? And I believe it's like, you have to know what it is you want to be, or who it is you want to be, in order to change. And in order to change, you have to ask yourself what it is, and what is it that is holding you back. Because I used to have thoughts where it was like, is this all there is? Is this all there is to life? You wake up, just go to work, come back, relax, use your phone. It's like, is that all there is? But no, frankly, no. You look at other people's lives of who you admire, who inspire you, and you see them doing other things. You see them either creating music, having these side hobbies, just things that fascinate you, a life that fascinates you. And you can have it for yourself. You can. And that's one thing you have to change. Accept the fact that you can. It's all there for us. It's all there for the grabbing. As there is so much in the world, there's something here for all of us. And a bad attitude just sets off a chain reaction of bad things to happen. You know, bad cycles, bad habits, a bad thought process of things, expecting the worst out of people and yourself, because you expect people to double cross you. You expect people to not be true to their word. You expect the worst out of people, or you expect the worst out of situations. You see what it is, the worst thing that can happen, and expect it to happen. Like for example, let's say, simple example, you have a test, but it's like, if you have a bad attitude, you're like, I know I'm gonna fail this. I know I'm not gonna pass, you know? And just realize, like, if you have a positive attitude, it's like, what you can say is, okay, and this is separate if you studied or didn't. If you didn't study, you can say, I'm gonna try my best. With everything I know, I'm gonna try my best. And if you studied, it's even more reinforcement that you're gonna do your best. And realize, like, you're just you're doing your best. You're doing. Doing means you're actually putting something out there. You're creating. Because we're all able to create a life for ourselves, create, you know, positive things, create positive feelings within other people. And it's crazy how a lot of success, a lot of growth, a lot of prosperity all starts from within. Because how are you supposed to prosper if your mind isn't right? You know, you may find a new circumstance where it's like you're given an opportunity where you can grow, you can prosper, you can do so much just to grow. But if your mind isn't right, you're gonna go back to that same set of circumstances that you put yourself in, that you are comfortable with. And it's all about comfortability too. You know, what are you comfortable with? Because let's say you get a new job, but you're comfortable with having $100 in your account. And you see this over lottery winners, like there's a certain percentage amount, I think it was like 70, where you see them just go back to what they're comfortable with handling. And it's like, you have to expand yourself. You have to realize, like, the old things can't carry me as far as I'd like. And it may hurt. The fact that it feels like a part of yourself is disappearing, but a new one is appearing. a new one is being created. You're getting rid of the weeds and just growing plants that you like, growing a tree. And it's all a process. It's all a process. As you just learn about more, and you sort of just adapt. You sort of take in what would help you. You take in the advice that you see as truly beneficial. You see what it is, and if you want to accept it or not. But just take the information as is. See, does it help me? If it does, take it. If it doesn't, do what you will with it. And me personally, it was little changes. Little things started to pick up just because I had hit a low. I had hit a low mentally. You know, I was done. I was done. It was like, how long can I keep this up? But then there's another side of me. It's like, is that all you want? Is that all you want? And the core of it was like, no, I want more. I want more. As this life, what I was doing, the habits, the actions, were not fulfilling. They were not fulfilling. So, you know, just little things over time, just being a bit more productive, just learning about things, seeing what helps, what would help me, you know. And even so, it's a constant process. You become a kind of person who's constantly changing throughout your days, your time, your months, all that. It's like you are just constantly evolving and growing. Because even though I had a positive mindset 6 months ago, it's like there's more things I know now, and tomorrow I will know more, and the day after that it'll be like more and more and more, and just becoming a new person, as we're always creating ourselves. And I believe it starts with our mind, you know, attitude towards life, and just looking at the bright side of things. And even if it's like a bad thought, just look at it just like, okay, I felt angry, I felt sad, and just allow it to pass, as feelings aren't permanent. It is not permanent. So whether you're happy, you're sad, you're angry, you're joyful, you're motivated, all that is momentary. All of it is momentary. A feeling is just passing by, and if it's a good feeling, like motivation, for example, we can act on it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want you to act just based on a feeling. Motivation, like, that's literally just a feeling. You're like, I feel motivated. I would rather want you just to act because you're disciplined, because it's something you want, and you're gonna do it regardless of how you feel. And that's part of the attitude. That's an attitude you might want to have. I'm gonna do it regardless of any set of circumstances in my way. And I guess it's like, how do you build an attitude, a good attitude, a positive attitude? I mean, start by looking at what it is you want to be. Start by figuring out how is the way you want to act, how is the way you want to do things, how is the way you want to look at the world, you know? Because I can say how I see the world as a positive, beautiful thing, but it's like, and you know, how I act and believe and what I believe, and it's like, what I would do to achieve it is one thing, but then how does that apply to you? And it really comes down to asking yourself, what are the traits and characteristics that you want to have? Write it down if necessary. Write it down and just envision yourself becoming that. Become it. Because the choice is yours. The choice is yours. You see the world through your own lens, and you can change the lens. You can see things from a different point of view and realize it's all up to you. It's all your choice, you know. Will you do what is necessary? Will you do what you have to? Will you do what you want? And what is it? What is it that you want on top of that? But first, figure out how to have a good mindset, good mind frame. What is that kind of attitude and way you want to act and behave? What is the kind of way you want to act and behave? With that being said, though, dreamers, turn dreams into reality. Love you.